Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Bowie.
And Colby and Chip and Ghosty.
Anarchy 99 with led by the big homie Silver Kyrie. What?
You've been saying Zonia for so long that it's hard for my mind to catch up.
Anarchy 99 led by Silver Kyrie. Thank you for scratching up old wounds. Very good. Very good, Sori. Much love to you.
Oh, gosh.
This is Ashes to Ashes by David Bowie. We listened to one other David Bowie song. I don't recall the name of the song, but we did do a song by David Bowie. Yes.
Must have been a while back.
This is from the album Scary Monsters and Super Creeps. And the name of this song is Ashes to Ashes. For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up in Middle America with Vin and Sori. And speaking of which, finally, somebody shows your boy Vin some love. Yeah! Yeah!
He was very happy about his Father's Day gift that he just got today because everything was late. But he was almost equally as happy about his picture, well, his shirt being finally put out there. So
hey, this shirt is an amazing shirt. It's a high quality shirt. And finally, somebody recognizes it. So I was very, very happy. You can see the shirt is very nice, very high quality. And it's a wonderful thing. So I'm extremely happy right now. I finally got some love.
It's a good day.
Shout out to Ruth Sanabria. And then I look and she's got a Jay Dispirited shirt too. So now I feel less important.
Why?
Because she's rocking Jay's shirt too.
So?
I thought she was just rocking mine.
Well, she can only rock one at a time, so she wore yours exclusively.
Yeah, well, we might as well promote Jay as well. So here's Jay's shirt too. So, there you are.
Okay, ready?
Okay, let's do it.
And go.
Say it's true. They got a message from the action man. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. I've loved all I've needed love. Saw the details fall away. The shrieking when nothing is killing, just pictures of trap girls and synthesis. And I ain't got no money and I ain't got no hands. But I'm hoping to kick because light is glowing. Ashes to ash and funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. Time and again I tell myself I'll stay clean tonight, but the little green wheels are following me. Oh no, not again. I'm stuck with a valuable friend. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. One flash of light, front nose smoking pistol. I've never done good things. I've never done bad things. I never did anything out of the blue. Whoa. Wanna next to break the ice. Wanna come down right now. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We know
was a strange and mesmerizing and...
The last song we did from him was talking about that same guy, wasn't it? Wasn't that the song wasn't he talking about, like, Major Tom or something like that in the last song that we did?
I think so, actually.
So now I'm checking Vin and Sori, what's David Bowie?
Yeah. Yep.
Vin and Sori Bowie. Space Oddity. Right.
Well,
okay.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, so is it on the same record? No. Can't be on the same record, is it? No.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know how those soap cutting videos, I find them enjoyable?
Yes.
This was really strange. Like visually, it was really weird.
I'm sorry. Ground control to Major Tom. There's Major Tom right there. Mm-hmm. Take your protein pills, put your helmet on. And then I'm pretty sure it was about drugs in that one, too.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah, this one was about for sure.
Can you hear me, Major Tom?
Maybe that's what he calls himself.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, it was strange visually. You know what I mean? But
what do you mean by that? The colors and the... Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Everything,
yeah.
The outfits, the colors, what was happening in the pictures, like what
I agree. It's just I think there's about 11 or 12 years between Space Oddity and then this song, Ashes to Ashes. So I'm just trying to, because this was 1980 and Space Odyssey was 1969. So I'm just trying to wrap my mind around the continuum here. Like, where is he going? Okay, go ahead. Go for it.
I just think that it was visually strange, but I enjoyed it for some reason, and I'm not really sure why.
It's extremely catchy to me, especially that last part.
Yeah, there was something about...
To get things done.
I don't know what it was. Because it wasn't something that I was like, whoa, I love this, but I did like it. But it was like, when you're pulling out your tooth when you're a little kid, it like hurts, but at the same time you like it, and you get that out.
Yeah.
Or like my mom in her basement, there used to be these green foam things, like I don't even know, maybe they still sell them, but like definitely when I was a kid. So they were like these green foam things that you would stick your flowers in, but you would wet them and they would turn into like this, man, when you would squeeze those things, it was so fun to squeeze. Stick your fingers in them, ruin them. Poor my poor mother.
What's the
But
point?
it had like that same feel, like I don't know, there was something like enjoyable about the song, but I don't know what it was because it was like, why? It was weird. Like the visually,
yeah,
you know, the funk to funky and just, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, Ashes to Ashes, Funk to Funky, we know Major Tom's a junkie. Strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. Yeah, everything seems to be like...
But maybe that's the point. Like, you know how, like, drugs can kind of, like, be like that? Like, it's good, but it's, like, weird and...
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like... Yeah, I wonder if that's the colors you see if you're taking...
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Certain drugs, you know what I mean?
Could be, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, this is a song I feel like I have to listen to multiple times.
You seem like you've gone off somewhere.
Well, it hit me in a very, very strange way that I can't really describe.
Yes.
And that obviously annoys me.
Yeah.
You know, as a person who's known for being able to articulate his opinion.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like...
So but which I guess to some degree is the point. I'm not supposed to like this song at all.
Oh.
Like the rhyme scheme is weird on the chorus. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky, we know Major Tom's a junkie. And then strung out in a heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. Mm-hmm. It kind of ends abruptly, but I really like that chorus. So I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea why this song is so
I wonder if this is the general reaction to this song.
I don't know.
But he's right. We needed a video with it.
There's probably some...
You guys should go watch the video. Like, we had to put a lyric video in here just so it wouldn't get blocked, but I highly recommend you guys go watch that video.
Okay. Do you remember a guy that's been in such an early song? See, right there. Mm-hmm. A guy that's been in an early song. That was 12 years ago. Right? I've heard a rumor from Ground Control. Oh, no, don't say it's true. They got a message from the Action Man. I'm happy. Hope you're happy too. I've loved all I've needed to love. Sordid details following. The shrieking of nothing is killing. Just pictures of Jap girls and synthesis. And I ain't got no money, ain't got no hair, but I'm hoping to kick, but the planet is low. See, this stuff really doesn't make sense. Of course, you couldn't say Jap girls anymore.
I was like, isn't that like, yeah.
It's like, it's very interesting. So it's just interesting lyrically, but it's got to at some level be hearkening back to that first song. Mm-hmm. Because that's obvious. Man, I wonder, that's crazy. I don't think people have that type of attention span. What? I think only Tool. Yeah. No. I think only Tool would be able to pull something like that off.
Yeah.
Like have a 12-year gap between records and then still refer to a character on a previous record. But I don't think there's a lot of people that can do that now. Because I just don't think...
I think you're right.
I don't think we'll ever be able to have that type of attention span. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it looks like he's... You know how people divide themselves and then personify a certain part of their personality? Okay. So I think there's Action Man. I didn't know
if it was like... Okay, yeah.
I think there's Action Man and Major Tom. And I think Major Tom is the drug addict side of him, and Action Man is the part of him that's like, yo, you gotta stop. See what I'm saying? And then they got a message from Action Man. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. I've loved all I've needed to love. Sort of details following. So it just seems like he's trying to win over himself, and then he's hearing his mom. If you want to get things done, you better not mess with Major Tom, which I'm assuming is...
Major Tom is the version of himself that wants the drugs.
Right. Or, well, I'm assuming it's what every mom tells their kid, stay away from drugs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's... He's thinking about what his mom is saying, and maybe his mom's words are buttressing Action Man. Mm-hmm. To not do that. Ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We all know Major Tom's a junkie. Which ashes to ashes is what you say when you bury somebody.
I know.
So maybe he's trying to kill Major Tom. Maybe like this chorus is actually the eulogy of Major Tom. Usually,
or it's them like. Wait a minute, I just got distracted because I could hear the baby. Or maybe it's Action Man's thoughts of Major Tom.
I don't know.
That he's like thinking he's gonna die if he doesn't stop. You know what I mean? Ashes to ashes, funk to funky.
I think he's trying to hope that maybe Major Tom is dead, and that the chorus is actually the eulogy. Because it says, ashes to ashes, funky, funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high.
Yeah.
See right there?
Yeah.
Like hitting it all. So it just looks like a eulogy. You know what I'm saying? And then, he's in heaven. Which it's kind of the template. Like, you usually say something good about the person. You say ashes to ashes, then you say something good about the person, then you put him in heaven, and then you move on with life. Mm-hmm. But this one is kind of different because... Ashes to ashes, and instead of dust to dust, they say funk to funky because he's a musician. And then you say, instead of saying something nice about him, he says, we all know Major Tom's a junkie, which is the reason that version of himself needs to die, and then strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low. Which kind of gives us he's in heaven now. But at the same...
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that it's him talking, I think it's the better side of himself that doesn't want the drugs, and he's saying ashes to ashes, funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie. He knows that about himself.
Why does he say ashes to ashes?
Because I think that he's saying to himself, if ashes to ashes is where Tom is headed, that's where his life is headed. If the action guy doesn't take hold of the situation, the action guy I think is probably the one that's talking at this point. Then he says strung out in heaven's high, and it's like, okay, you're calling it heaven's high, which would, if you're in heaven, heaven's a good thing. Well, it's the heaven, I think it's another warning that death could come to him. I think it's also showing that to Major Tom, the high is a heaven's high. It's good, he enjoys it, but he's hitting an all-time low. So it's actually not a heaven's high, even though they just said that. It's actually an all-time low because he's doing worse and worse.
Okay. Time and again, I tell myself I'll stay clean tonight. So obviously it's about drugs. The little green wheels are rolling me. I'm assuming that's little green wheels are some sort of drug reference that we don't know. Oh no, not again.
I just thought of like, like when they roll drugs into the thing. So it looked like...
Little drugs into what thing?
Well,
what
I'm thinking of weed. So it can't be that because that's not as extreme, I'm sure, as what was going on with him. But like, like when people roll stuff like in the paper. Why are you looking at me like that? My God.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You've never seen anybody roll weed into a paper? To smoke it?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with little green wheels, babe?
Because it would look like green wheels and they're all rolled up together.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, if you're seeing all the ends,
Okay,
it would be all the green ends.
let's move on.
What are you talking about?
They wouldn't look like wheels? What are you talking about?
If you're looking at the ends.
I don't think that's what they're doing. But, hey. Let us know, dear audience. I'm stuck with a valuable friend. Uh-oh. What does that mean? He's stuck with a valuable friend. Maybe that's his two personalities. Which one is a valuable friend? I'm happy. Hope you're happy, too. One flash of light, no smoking pistol. So he's lighting up again. Mm-hmm. I never done good things. I never done bad things. I never did anything. Out of the blue. So there's a reason why I'm on drugs, I think is what he's saying right there. Like, I'm not doing anything randomly. There's a reason I'm on these drugs. Mm-hmm. But who's his valuable friend?
I don't know.
And that would be Mr. What do you call it? Mr. Action Man.
Well, you know what's funny is when you scroll down down to the bottom again. Yeah. It says, wait, no, not that bottom, like where we were talking about. The axe. Oh my gosh.
What?
That right
you
there.
You said the bottom. This is the middle.
Well, the bottom where we were working. I thought we were at the bottom.
Middle.
Yes, I thought we were at the bottom. Just leave it where it is because we're talking about it. Okay, so when he says, I never did anything out of the blue, I want an axe to break the ice. I want to come right down. I want to come down right tonight. Right now, I mean. So he just... Why would he want to come down?
Well, he doesn't want to be high. He wants to quit the drugs. Time and time I tell myself, I'll stay clean tonight. But the little green wheels, whatever those are rolling me. Not again. I'm stuck with a valuable friend. So either the drug is a valuable friend... And it looks like it's a drug that's saying it's a valuable friend. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. The drug is happy that he's being ingested. And then he's going back to talk about himself. And then he wants an axe to break the ice. I want to come down right now. Like he wants to not be high anymore. He doesn't want to have drugs anymore. But,
well, I was going to say, I've never seen somebody say they didn't want to be high. But actually, a lot of times, like people that were like, you could tell they were high on something. That's when they were saying, yeah, I'd like to quit.
Well, no, I've seen people get high and not want to be high anymore while they were high.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying like that they would say, I don't want to do these drugs anymore. But then I was thinking, no, actually, that's a lot of the cases were like that.
Well, yeah, but when he says, I want to come down right now, that's a little bit different from I'll stay clean tonight in my mind. It's meaning he got high.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting because you don't really hear that talked about a lot. It's either... The drugs are awesome when you're high, and then it sucks when you're down. Mm-hmm. But here, what he's saying is
he wants to stop the high.
And I think he's personifying the drug when he talks about it being a valuable friend because he says I'm stuck with a valuable friend. And valuable could mean like emotionally valuable, but it could also mean literally valuable, as in it's costing him a lot of money.
Yeah, and I've heard people say like, well, I was gonna stop, but then I had already bought it, so I figured I would just use it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can't relate to that. I mean, I think, but if you spent a whole bunch of money on something to just let it all go to waste is kind of like...
Well, I mean, I can't...
It'd be tough.
I've never been in that situation, but there's other times where I've thought, well, I'm in this far, I might as well finish out. So I can understand...
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I can understand. Stop, babe. I can understand the mentality.
Yeah, no, I understand it in principle for sure. But I think the principle is stay off drugs, kids.
Was there ever times where you were in some violent situation with some, I don't know, kids in the neighborhood or something like that, and then you were like, I should stop, but then you're like, well, I'm already in this far, I'm gonna keep going?
Nope.
Never? Oh.
Never.
Okay.
I always had those conversations before.
Oh.
I'd always say, if I say this, this is gonna lead to this. And sometimes I wouldn't say it, and sometimes I said, nah, I'm in too deep already. But that was just bullshit. I just wanted to fight. You know what I mean?
Oh my word.
I was never able to really deceive myself, you know, satisfactorily. Like, we'd be walking away and I would know, like, you orchestrated that situation and bring out this sort of heuristic outcome.
Honest to goodness, if I was a guy and I was around you and you said something that pissed me off, I would want to fight you, and it would make me mad if you would win. And I feel like it would start me on this whole, like, I have to win path. Because I feel like
people
that
are
when we
obsessed
play,
with beating
like
me.
Monopoly, but then you cheat, so I guess that doesn't really count.
The village spoke on that one. Everybody knew that you were in the wrong on that one.
No.
Once they heard my side of it.
That's the thing, you're so good with words, people don't even realize.
Okay. But, I mean, I do think we were addicted to violence, you know, because there is a definitely an endorphin rush, and you get allowed to do things that normally you wouldn't be allowed to do, because people justify all types of craziness because you were fighting, because a person attacked you or whatever. Never mind why they attacked you, what the circumstances were. But you get to do you're allowed, society, you know, allows you certain latitude because, you know, you were in a violent situation versus, you know, doing that to a person who's not violent. People are like, you're a monster.
Right. You know. No, I could see that.
But no, there wasn't really a time when I would tell myself, okay, I'm not going to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I knew exactly what I was going to do. So I was never able to deceive myself. But what you're saying is, you would tell yourself this, and then you'd be like, oh, well, I'm too far in anyway. As if it just snuck up on you.
No, I'm not saying that it snuck up on me.
I said if
No.
snuck up on you.
No, I'm not saying as if it snuck up. No, that's not the mindset. The mindset is basically like, let's say, what?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Let's say, I'm going to try to give an example. That's not my example.
Just use drugs. Don't use drugs. I'm saying use drugs as the example.
Somebody's going to clip that for sure.
For sure. I can see Tina right now. Thank you very much. Me on the way.
Like, okay, so if you bought the drugs, you had all the stuff set up for the drugs, you brought it all out, you put it on the table, and then you smoked it last night, and so then you're like, well, I'm already the type of person that did this because I already did it once. So then you're like, plus I already have it all out on the table, and like, I'm already that person. So it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, if you never used it, you could be like, well, I've never used drugs. But you already used, so you've got the rest there. So I can see, like, saying, I'll just finish off what I have here.
Yeah. See, I just knew I was a terrible person. I didn't feel the need to trick myself into being a victim of myself so I could feel good about myself. I knew I was a bad person.
Being a victim of yourself.
Yeah. That's what a lot of this stuff is. It's like, oh, I want her to be clean, but here's this friend that's coming along again, and, you know, da-da-da-da. Whereas I knew, no, I don't want to be a good person. No, I want to cause this conflict. Like,
I'm not secure enough to tell myself that I want to do such and such a thing.
I was 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I knew. But I was fine with it. I was, you know, it was that Skeletor thing where somebody's like, you're such an asshole. And Skeletor's like, I am at peace with this. That's like one of my favorite memes of all time. My man Skeletor, my man said, I am at peace with this.
Accuracy. Wow.
What?
That's just...
What?
When we're fighting and I'm really mad at you, like, I feel like that's how you are, that you're like, I'm at peace with it. Whatever do you decide to do, and if I don't like it and I'm mad about it, you just look like you're at peace with that.
Yeah, I'm at peace with myself.
Yep, right
on
there.
My throne of bones. Yeah. That's
Anyway.
great. Shout out to the big homie Skeletor.
Yeah.
My man Skeletor. He was a terrible bad guy. Those guys failed so miserably. Oh gosh. Alright. What do you give the song? This song is gonna be in my head all freaking night.
Yeah, this is like...
All freaking night this song's gonna be in my head.
It's an 8-10.
A what?
It's an 8-10 because the song itself
The hell is an
was
8-10?
strange to me, and I couldn't really like nail down how I felt about it. So it's an 8 for the parts that I was like, no, I don't really. But then it's a 10 for the parts that just kind of sucked me in. So this is a once in a lifetime 8-10.
This is a 8.8 for me.
See what's happening? This is why I did that.
There's something about the song that I cannot put my finger on.
There's something addictive about it.
Yeah.
That's why it's
especially
the
that last part.
I'm telling you.
I'm on the sand.
You should do the same thing as me.
Get things done. You better not miss. No, I'm not. I refuse.
Why?
All right, it's going from an 8.8 to a 9.5. What an interesting song. And I feel different. I feel strange. All right, well, there we are. We probably got high from David Bowie's song. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.